For years, the global automotive industry has been locked in a single-minded race toward electric vehicles. Governments are promoting them, automakers are investing billions into them, and the public conversation around cars has almost completely shifted toward batteries and charging networks. Everywhere you look, the message seems the same. The future of transportation is fully electric. But while the rest of the world was loudly competing in this race, one company quietly took a different path. Instead of focusing only on bigger batteries or faster chargers, the Chinese automaker BYD was asking a much deeper question. What if the world simply isn't ready for a fully electric future yet? And what if the real breakthrough wasn't abandoning petrol entirely, but combining the strengths of both technologies? That quiet idea eventually turned into something that is now making automotive experts around the world stop and think. A car that can drive like an electric vehicle during daily commutes, yet still travel nearly 2,000 kilometers without the anxiety of running out of charge. That car is the BYD Seal 07DMI. At first glance, it looks like just another modern sedan. Sleek body, futuristic lighting, and a minimalist interior that feels like it belongs in the next generation of electric cars. But hidden beneath that elegant design is a technology that may be quietly reshaping the direction of the entire EV revolution. And once people started discovering what this car could actually do, the conversation around the future of cars suddenly became a lot more complicated. Because the question now isn't just whether electric vehicles will dominate the future, it's whether companies like BYD have already found a smarter bridge to get us there. But to understand why the Seal 07 DMI is causing such a stir, we need to step back and look at the bigger picture of what's been happening in the automotive world. Over the past decade, the global car industry has undergone one of the biggest transformations in its history. For more than 100 years, petrol and diesel engines dominated the roads. Every major automaker perfected internal combustion engines, building faster, more powerful, and more efficient vehicles. Then everything changed. Electric vehicles suddenly became the center of attention. One company in particular helped ignite this massive shift. Tesla proved to the world that electric cars didn't have to be slow, boring, or impractical. They could be fast, technologically advanced, and even luxurious. Soon after, nearly every major automaker followed the same path. Companies began announcing massive EV plans, promising to phase out gasoline engines entirely. Manufacturers like Volkswagen, Hyundai Motor Company, and Toyota Motor Corporation all accelerated their electric vehicle programs. Governments introduced new regulations encouraging the switch to zero-emission cars. Charging networks began expanding across major cities. It seemed like the future had already been decided. Electric vehicles were the destination, and everyone was racing to get there first. But as the EV revolution gained momentum, something else started happening. The real-world challenges began to appear. One of the biggest concerns was range anxiety. Even though modern electric cars can travel impressive distances on a single charge, many drivers still worry about running out of power during long trips. Then there's the issue of charging time. Filling a petrol tank takes just a few minutes. Charging an electric car, even at a fast charger, can take significantly longer. And in many parts of the world, charging infrastructure still hasn't caught up. While large cities may have plenty of charging stations, drivers traveling through smaller towns or rural areas often face uncertainty. This is where many potential buyers begin to hesitate. Electric cars are exciting. They're quiet, efficient, and packed with advanced technology. But people still want convenience. They want to know that they can travel long distances without worrying about charging stations or long waiting times. And this is exactly the problem BYD started paying attention to. Instead of ignoring these challenges, the company looked at them closely and asked a very simple question. What if the transition to electric cars doesn't need to happen all at once? What if there's a smarter way to combine the benefits of electric driving with the reliability of traditional engines? That idea became the foundation for BYD's hybrid system known as DMI technology. At first, the name might sound complicated, but the concept behind it is actually quite straightforward. Most traditional hybrid vehicles rely heavily on their petrol engines. The electric motor mainly assists the engine during acceleration or improves fuel efficiency. But BYD flipped this idea completely. With DMI technology, the electric motor does most of the work. The car behaves almost like a pure electric vehicle during everyday driving. The petrol engine mainly acts as a support system, helping recharge the battery or provide additional power during long trips. This approach creates a unique balance between two different worlds. Drivers get the smooth, quiet experience of electric driving in daily life, without sacrificing the long-distance capability of a petrol-powered car. And this philosophy is exactly what powers the SEAL 07 DMI. On the surface, the car looks like a futuristic electric sedan. Its aerodynamic body gives it a sleek and modern appearance. Sharp LED headlights stretch across the front, creating a distinctive identity that stands out on the road. The side profile reveals flowing lines that make the vehicle appear both elegant and sporty. From the rear, the LED taillight design adds another touch of modern sophistication. Many people who see the car for the first time assume it's fully electric. But the real story lies underneath the surface. The SEAL 07 DMI is a plug-in hybrid electric vehicle. That means it carries both a battery pack and a petrol engine that work together through BYD's advanced control system. For everyday driving, the car can operate entirely on battery power. Depending on the version, its electric-only range can reach approximately 70 to 125 kilometers. That may not sound extraordinary at first, but in reality, it covers the daily driving distance of most people. Think about a typical day: driving to work, running errands, picking up groceries, dropping kids off at school. Most of these trips happen within city limits and rarely exceed 50 or 60 kilometers. In these situations, the SEAL 07 DMI behaves almost exactly like a pure electric vehicle. You can charge it overnight at home and complete your entire daily routine without using a single drop of petrol. The experience is quiet, smooth, and efficient. Electric motors deliver instant torque, meaning acceleration feels immediate and responsive. But the moment you decide to take a long journey, the car reveals its real advantage. If the battery begins to run low, the petrol engine activates automatically. Instead of directly driving the wheels most of the time, the engine often works as a generator. It produces electricity that powers the motor or recharges the battery. This system allows the electric motor to remain the primary source of propulsion. The result is a vehicle capable of achieving a combined driving range close to 2,000 kilometers. That number alone has caught the attention of automotive analysts around the world, because suddenly the biggest fear associated with electric vehicles disappears. There's no panic about finding a charger, no worries about being stranded during a road trip. You simply drive. But technology alone doesn't explain the growing interest in the SEAL 07 DMI. BYD also designed the car to compete in the premium sedan category. Inside the cabin, the environment feels modern and minimalist. The dashboard is clean and uncluttered, dominated by a large central touchscreen that controls navigation, entertainment, and vehicle settings. A digital instrument cluster provides essential driving information in front of the driver. Smartphone connectivity allows drivers to integrate their devices seamlessly with the car's infotainment system. Comfort was clearly a priority as well. The seats are designed for long journeys, and the spacious interior ensures both front and rear passengers enjoy a relaxed ride. Ambient lighting, premium materials, and advanced sound systems give the cabin a luxurious atmosphere. Safety features include multiple airbags, electronic stability systems, and driver assistance technologies designed to make driving safer and more convenient. In other words, the SEAL 07 DMI isn't just a technological experiment. It's a fully realized modern sedan built to compete in today's competitive automotive market. But the real reason experts are watching this car closely goes beyond design or comfort. It's the potential impact on the future of the EV industry. For years, the debate seemed simple. The world would gradually abandon petrol engines and replace them with fully electric vehicles. But cars like the SEAL 07 DMI introduce a third possibility, a transitional technology that combines electric and petrol power in a way that solves many current limitations. For consumers who are curious about electric vehicles but still hesitant about charging infrastructure, plug-in hybrids offer a sense of security. You can experience electric driving most of the time, while still having a petrol engine ready whenever you need it. This approach may become especially attractive in countries where charging networks are still developing. And if hybrid systems like BYD's DMI continue to gain popularity, the ripple effects across the automotive industry could be significant. Companies that have invested heavily in pure EV strategies might begin reconsidering hybrid technologies as part of the transition. Even companies fully committed to electric vehicles could face pressure to accelerate battery innovation and charging infrastructure improvements. In many ways, the SEAL 07 DMI represents a fascinating moment in the evolution of the automobile. It doesn't reject the electric future. Instead, it acknowledges the reality that the journey toward that future might take longer than many people expected. Hybrid technology could act as the bridge between today's petrol-powered world and tomorrow's electric one. And that bridge might end up being more important than anyone initially realized. Because while the world debates the future of electric vehicles, companies like BYD are quietly building machines that challenge the assumptions of the entire industry. The SEAL 07 DMI may look like just another modern sedan, but behind its sleek design lies a powerful idea. The future of cars might not be defined by choosing between electric and petrol. It might be defined by how intelligently the two technologies can work together. And if BYD's strategy proves successful, this quiet hybrid revolution could end up reshaping the road to the electric future in ways no one expected.